Alrighty then. How are you? Hey, I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, and I have got this Reprise Centennial Red Ale from Four Hands. It's got a little story behind this beer. I'll tell you. I'm going to read just a little bit from their website first. Reprise Centennial Red. The Centennial hop is the centerpiece of our excuse me, of our American Red Ale. Reprise pushes the limits of a single hop. Okay, it's a single hop ale with an amazing bouquet and stunning bitterness all the way through. The citrus character provides an experience you will want to repeat. Reprise. That's why it's reprise. That makes sense. I guess reprise means you do it again. All right, I get you. Anyway, reprise is crimson in color with aromas of citrus fruit and biscuit malt. All right. So I actually did pop this and poured a little bit. I haven't drank it yet because I needed to get a picture because it's the only one I had. So I'm gonna top it off to get a little more head going on it, so you can get an idea what it looks like when it's poured. Pours very nice there, as you can see. Oh, oh, the aroma is beautiful on this thing. They're not kidding. Oh, wow, that is nice. Oh, wow, that is good. They don't give me the malts and hops in this. Well, they give me the hops. They give me the Centennial. They don't give me the malts in this. Kind of tell me what I'm looking for. Citrus, obviously, that you're going to get from the Centennial, and biscuit malt. Okay, you are getting those things. I'm also wondering if there's a tad bit of rye malt in this because I am getting that little bit of a contrast that you get when you add the rye malt. Since I just had the kingpin from Bridgeport yesterday that does contain some rye, and I'm getting that similar kind of just hint, that spicy hint that you will get from some rye malt. Again, it doesn't give me the malt, so I don't know. Again, I don't. This is 6%. The website doesn't give me that. It does say so on the bottle. They don't give me the IBUs. I wish I had because it feels extremely hoppy. The two Imperial versions of the Red Ale I had yesterday both had 65 IBUs. I don't know if this one has that much because it is lower in ABV, so it wouldn't need that much to feel that hoppy, but it feels extremely hoppy. I'd be surprised if there's less than 60 in this because it feels extremely hoppy. Oh man, I really wanted to get out here while I still had some light because I had a great day today, but I just things kept coming up. So, and here I am in the dark. Anyways, I digress. Hey, here's my story. And I've told this before actually, but I'm gonna tell it again, just in case you're watching me for the first time. Um, Seamus was diagnosed with leukemia on February 13th of last year, and we were actually in the hospital up there for about 28 days for his initial treatment. Um, about 3 weeks in, I hadn't had a beer. Of course, the wife and I were a tad bit on the stress side. His godparents came up to see us. They're, obviously good friends of ours. If we named them, godparents. But anyway, they came up to St. Louis to see us. And Seamus's godfather Chris is actually my best friend as well. And so he wanted to take me out for a drink. He doesn't actually drink, but he thought it'd be good of him, and I got out of the room for a little bit. So, anyways, we went to this place called the Wildflower, where they had this on tap for Four Hands Centennial Reprise Red, and I'd never heard of Four Hands, and in fact, I didn't even realize at the time. I think they just opened the previous November, so they'd only been open about 4 months anyway, 3 months, 4 months, so they hadn't been open very long. And I saw it on tap anyway, and there's the bartender was extremely friendly. Her name was Megan, and the three of us kind of she didn't have a lot going on that day, and but anyway, whenever she get hurt, she would just spend a lot of time talking to Chris and I. I think she kind of saw where we were coming from. But anyway, I tried this, and it was one of those things I hadn't had a beer for like 3 weeks. and it's a style that I love anyway. I love the maltiness of the red combined with the extreme hoppiness of an IPA, which is what you get with the style of this. And I'm getting a glare. Here we go. As my sun went down, I'm getting a bigger glare for my light I turned on. Uh, I actually forgot how much I love this beer. I wanted to pick up another bottle when I was. I picked this up in December when we were at first treatment, um, and I wanted to pick one up at the beginning of January when we were there. But that was just a crazy. We were there for 2 days. We finally got out of there late on Friday, and it was just anyway. To make a long story short, we had to get home. I stopped at one place on the way home, but they didn't have it, so I kind of went without. Uh, but anyway, I hope when I get back up there in February that I can't find this in a bottle again. I want to find this and the Divided Sky Rye, which is absolutely incredible, man. They're just exquisite. Oh, this beer is fantastic. It feels really hoppy. Uh, wow, it's just amazing. Huge grapefruit, obviously, is what you're going to get from that hop. Um, wow. I had, like I said, I had the Kingpin, which is 7.5, 65, and the Sierra Nevada Beer Camp, which was 8.5, 65. Both are. This is only 6%, so both of those were obviously bigger in the ABV department. This one actually feels hoppier, probably because it's well, there's is less in the ABV department. However, it does feel rather malty. Now, color-wise, it's a very similar color to the Kingpin, actually, which is why I'm thinking there's similar malts in here, which the Kingpin used the caramel and the rye, and I'm feeling those malts in this. I'm actually I'd be really surprised if they don't use some rye malt in this because I'm tasting a little bit. Uh, Mouthfeel, yeah, it's not quite as the beer camp, Sierra Nevada Beer Camp, utilized caramel and chocolate. It's a little richer on the mouthfeel. This one is more session e. Even I don't know if you probably wouldn't call 6% session, but it could be. But I mean I'm talking mouthfeel and how you would drink it rather than ABV strength. Oh man, this is the flavor I'm remembering. I mean, it is absolutely exquisite, man. It is just beautiful. I am a fan of this beer. I have been a fan of this beer. See if I can move my camera there. That's not working either, is it? Gonna get a glare. I'm getting that Alfred Hitchcock look no matter which way I go at this point. I need to be out here by 30 minutes ago, but I was coming, but they wanted to watch a movie, and then we had company, so I had to pause the movie. Ain't that a bitch? Anyway, yeah, what are you gonna do, right? Oh, wow. All I can tell you is I am a fan of Four Hands. This is kind of was my first beer that I had from them, and it was like I said, it was kind of that moment because I hadn't had been able to have a beer for a while, and it's a style that I love anyway. It's a brewery I had never heard of, and it just all came together at that moment. It was like it was meant to be, meant for me to have that beer. I've had their Divided Skyrider single speed session in their Warhammer or Imperial IPA. Everything I've had from this brewery is absolutely phenomenal. So I don't know if there are any place other than the St. Louis area at the moment. However, if you're able to get anything from Four Hands, the Reprise Red, I would suggest it, especially if you're a hophead, because the Divided Sky Rye is extremely hoppy. More so than even most rye IPAs. It is incredibly hop forward. You do get some of the rye malt. The rye malt isn't quite as prevalent in it as many rye IPAs, but it's there. And this one is absolutely beautiful. So try this if you can. Hey, I'm gonna get out of here. Centennial Reprise Red. Go get yourself.